One must go. The Avengers, X-Men, Guardians of the Galaxy, Fantastic Four.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Wow. I thought that would be more of a fight on that one.
I mean, I haven't watched that much of Guardians of the Galaxy too. Same thing with Fantastic Four and which was the Spider-Man.
PIM particles, vibranium, Stark Tech, or the Super Soldier Serum.
I think Pim Tech is more dangerous than to have.
So you would get rid of it because it's more dangerous?
Yes.
Okay, what tech would the world survive without most? What changed history most? Honestly, I think the Super Soldier Serum would be something the world can survive without.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of havoc.
I feel like the other ones like help way more.
Yeah, but remember, Ultron can take advantage of the other ones.
Yeah, I just feel like the Super Soldier Serum doesn't help as much as the other ones do.
I would argue with the removal of the Super Soldier Serum, you wouldn't get the whole Abomination or any of the.
Yeah, but I mean, how good does the Hulk actually do?
No, I'm talking about replicating the Super Soldier Serum. You wouldn't get all these battles because there would be nothing to fight, and you would argue the world would be better off without the Super Soldier Serum. Just the needless battles and wars to replicate.
Yeah, but they will have the same effect with the pink particles or the take of Iron Man.
You'll get technological warriors, but we'll not be replicating the Super Soldier Serum because they wouldn't exist anymore.
Yeah, but what's more dangerous, the pink particle or the...
I'm talking about danger, I'm talking about impact in the world.
I'm thinking in the sense of like Stark Tech helps everybody. He established world peace using Stark Tech. He helped end wars.
But he helped with the wars too. He began selling weapons to the war.
But that was like before he realized what happened. In Iron Man 2, he says, what does it say?
I have successfully privatized world peace.
But what if he didn't have that realization?
Then it would be a different story. But we're at the point where it did happen, you know?
What more do you want?
Yeah, but imagine if that didn't happen. Same thing with maybe like the pink particle. If he get in the wrong hands,
That is a good point.
right, what will happen?
I feel like we're agreeing in the same sense that like the Super Soldier Serum, if it gets in the wrong hands, it's not that big of a deal in comparison to the other ones.
Exactly.
So it should go. It's the least risky.
The other one have more risks to do. I mean, it can do good because the damage that it could do is even worse than
So which one would you get rid of?
the pink particle.
Sure.
It could like shrink. I mean, I don't know. I played the fifth.
What tech could the world survive without?
Yeah, the Super Soldier Serum didn't do that.
I feel like apart from Captain America, Bucky,
Yeah, I mean, the only Hulk, but
it doesn't save as many lives as Stark Tech does. It doesn't save as many lives as Vibranium does.
Vibranium, what does Vibranium do?
He created the shield.
Still, the shield can be broken. The shield was broken by Thanos.
It's near indestructible, not completely destructible.
Without the shield, he can still fight.
Black Panther and his all weaponry and attack too.
Which one is the one that Wolverine have?
Adamantium.
Adamantium is stronger than Vibranium.
Hold on. Let's not say that. That's
Which one
always
is
been an
stronger?
argument. You can't just say that like it's a fact.
It is not an argument. It is proven, comic wise.
What is Colossal made out of? Steel?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Arguably, Thor's hammer is the strongest metal.
The hammer is not made out of metal per se. Thor hammer is made out of a dying star. So it's not like an actual metal,
It's in metal just melted down rocks.
but it's like from a dying star, which is stronger.
I thought it was that the heat from the dying star melted the metal. Was that not the thing?
In the movies, it's the heat of the dying star that made the metal, whereas in the comics, it's the literal core of the planet for the dying star that made the hammer.
Yeah, but I think what made the hammer is the incantation.
Oh, the incantation. Okay.
The hammer wield the power of Thor.
This one's a good one, I think. Natasha's sacrifice for the Soul Stone. Tony's snap at the end of Endgame. Gamora's death at Vormir. Or Vision's sacrifice in Infinity War.
Which one is more meaningful? I think that Natasha.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Because I mean, 3 of the 4 that I just listed, they all died for an Infinity Stone.
Natasha had a bigger impact.
I would argue that Natasha's sacrifice, she chose to sacrifice herself, whereas with Vision, he had no choice. With Gamora, he had no choice. Whereas with Natasha,
Yeah.
she decided to give up her life for the entire universe, so her sacrifice means more.
Whose loss reshaped the MCU the most?
Natasha.
You think so?
Natasha. If it weren't for Natasha, the Avengers wouldn't have the second chance they had.
So which one should go?
Which one should go? I would get rid of Gamora.
I would get rid of Gamora. I don't think Gamora's was that important. In Infinity War, at least. Or was that an Endgame?
No, Infinity War.
Infinity War. I mean, but in her case, I wouldn't say that it was a sacrifice.
Yes, Thanos basically killed Gamora.
Exactly.
In the loosest definition, sure, he sacrificed the love for his daughter for a
Yeah.
fucking stone.
I'll go with maybe Beach. I don't know. The only two meaningfuls were like either Iron Man or Natasha. Vision wasn't more like a sacrifice.
Initially, Vision sacrificed himself for his for Wanda, but then Thanos reversed time. I guess technically Thanos did it for us. He got rid of Vision's sacrifice to get the stone.
That's unreal.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, it really didn't matter. Which one's better, Tony's or Natasha's?
I would say Tony's because it really shows Tony's selflessness and the complete character arc he had throughout the MCU.
Yeah. I think Tony have a bigger impact
Overall.
overall.
Majority of the stuff that happens in the MCU revolves around Tony.
I think Tony was the one that began the whole MCU.
Iron Man 1 was the first MCU movie.
Ooh, this one's a good one. You've seen Loki season 1.
Uh-huh.
Okay, which is better? Multiverse storytelling. Loki season 1 or Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness?
Loki season 1.
It depends what comes after Madness, after Doctor Strange.
I think I appreciate Loki's take on the multiverse because it didn't rely on nostalgia a lot. It actually explored the multiverse in different ways, not just strictly nostalgia. And also delved into the consequences of traveling to the multiverse with the Doctor Strange. We initially got that with Wanda, but it was majority for nostalgia.
Little fan servicey.
Yeah.
Okay, which one do you think has more fan service in it? Multiverse of Madness or No Way Home?
No way home.
No Way Home.
You got all of the three Spider-Mans.
Yeah, that's a good
All
point.
the Spider-Mans and all the Spider-Man villains.
Yeah.
Whereas with Multiverse of Madness, the only nostalgia there was Professor X. Sure, we saw Reed Richards, we saw Captain Carter, we saw Captain Marvel, but the only one there that was for nostalgia was Professor X.
Yeah.
Especially that Professor X is based on the cartoon, not the live-action Professor X.
But it has a live action one.
Yeah, but it was based on on the 90s cartoon.
Yeah, with the sort of yellow hover
That-
creature.
The
See, that
The wheelchair.
Professor X was based on the 90s cartoon. But speaking of, do you watch Last Stand, right?
Yes.
He died at the end.
Allegedly.
spoiler alert.
You haven't watched the movie?
Hmm?
You haven't watched
No, I haven't seen it.
That's a 20 plus year.
Came out in 2007. We're going back to the Fox universe with all those X-Men back.
Yeah, maybe I have to do some homework.
Yeah, but I mean, back
Maybe.
then,
We'll see.
We will see.
yeah, but I mean, back then they didn't have like that connectivity between the movies.
Yet.
But I mean,
Come
they
on.
had movies before. They had Daredevil. They had Elektra.
they-
Blade was in the MCU.
Electra was the MCU.
I
Two
know.
Electras. The Electra from the Daredevil TV series.
You saw Deadpool with us?
Yes.
And then,
Okay.
then the original Electra from...
That's all.
yeah.
Yeah, but they got connected to the MCU after Iron Man. It's when the whole thing began. Because back then they each have their movie. Hulk had the movie, the X-Men had the trilogy, Tobey Maguire had his trilogy,
Fantastic Four had like a duology.
Blade had like a trilogy. They each had like their own stuff. It wasn't until Iron Man that everything got to be connected. To the point of Professor X, if he died in X-Men last time, in the Wolverine, at the end credit scene, that he got recruited by Magneto and
Professor X.
Professor X. Which Professor X is that?
No idea.
I was watching like a recap of the movie. That's a question. He had like a twin brother.
That seems like an asshole, to be honest.
That he got overwhelmed in the womb because of Xavier's powers.
No, twin sister.
That's in
Deadpool.
Deadpool world.
And in the comics as well.
Listen to this. He's in the movie. He might have like a twin like the sisters, but he got like there was another one. That was brain dead. That was on the coma. The end credit scene of X-Men Last Stand, that guy that was brain dead began to have brainwave and talk like Xavier, right? If maybe Xavier, when he got disintegrated by the Phoenix, he transferred his mind to his twin brother.
That seems like an asshole to me.
Then how come he's sitting in a wheelchair if he's in another body?
I have no idea.
The boring answer was that the writers just wanted Professor X, but they decided to come up with a bullshit explanation to justify his survival.
Because in X-Men Future Past, right? Mm-hmm. We watched X-Men.
I did see that one.
He's Xavier after he died. Wouldn't he be able to walk? What movie had more impact in the MCU?
In the MCU, I want to say maybe Civil War.
Iron Man 1.
Man, that's the cop out, bro. Come on.
He's had most impact.
It was just Iron Man in that one.
I argue Avengers 1. Avengers 1 alerted Thanos to the existence of Earth and the Infinity System. And it directly sort of was the anchor point for the Loki series to begin. Let's flip the narrative. Which had the least impact?
In
MCU
general.
movies that did not post Endgame.
Captain Marvel.
Oh yeah, you don't really need to see it.
Also, Thor 2. I don't even remember the movie. I don't.
I do.
What was Thor 2 about?
Thor 2 is about the quest for the Aether, which was essentially the physical version of the Reality Stone. Malekith, the Dark Elf, wants to use the Aether to sort of rewrite reality, as it were.
I think Captain Marvel was just a little too... Even the stakes were something that would have been important maybe like 5 years ago. From when the movie released. You know?
So you agree that Thor 2 is significant,
More significant than Captain Marvel.
right? So would you argue that Captain Marvel, Wanda, and Vision are both cosmically siblings? Just all three got their powers from the Infinity Stones. So.
I guess. Sure. The way they describe Wanda is that she's like a... What's it called? It's not a deviant.
The way the MCU constantly rewrote Wanda's origins from... She got the powers from the Mind Stone. Actually, she has chaos magic. Actually, the Mind Stone enhanced her chaos magic that she already has. Like, they're constantly swapping what origins
Yeah.
they want to.
I can't tell whether I appreciate that level of like subtlety in changing something or frustrated at the fact that it's like kind of
Completely.
confusing altogether.
You're constantly trying to decide Wanda's origin story.
I don't know if I like it or I don't like it. I kind of think that's kind of interesting writing, but I feel like I'm crediting them for something that might be just like a pure negligence on their part.
Just like how Nick Fury's reasoning for creating the Avengers Initiative, which we originally assumed was because Captain America was the first Avenger, only for Captain Marvel to come out and realize her fighter jet is called the Avengers. So Nick Fury started the Avengers Initiative because of Captain Marvel's call sign in the Air Force. So
It's part of that can of worms that happens when you create a prequel.
you put in a timeline in its own ass, as it were.
He looks like the guy from Dumb and Dumber. The other guy.
Jeff Daniels?
He was in what? The Newsroom?
I think he was in like a political drama called The West Wing, I think. Played FDR, I believe.
I remember seeing this YouTube clip of it's like America's not #1 anymore, and that clip was like super viral 8 years ago. And I was like, wow, this guy's the guy from Dumb and Dumber. He talks about him being a serious actor and taking a comedy role and that being like a big deal for him. But for me, it's kind of the opposite, where it's like
You only know him from comedy.
I'm surprised he's able to play something so dramatic because I've seen him in a comedy role first.
That's sort of my exposure with Joe Pesci. I only got introduced to him via Home Alone. I didn't saw anything before Home Alone, so I didn't know he was a serious actor, as it were.
Crazy.
Or Steve Buscemi. I would say Adam Sandler irreparably sort of tarnished his reputation.
I mean, I wouldn't say tarnished it, but definitely painted Steve Buscemi with a different brush. Lion King, Aladdin, Tarzan, Hercules. Take your time. I know it's a hard one.
Lion King.
Hercules. I would have put down Hercules.
Okay, I'm gonna add the criteria. One must stay because it has to be seen by humanity. The future has to see this movie. If not,
She's my answer to Tarzan.
the future has to see Tarzan.
Tarzan.
Phil Collins, man.
Lion King.
I think The Lion King is a little too important
Yeah.
to remove. Everyone should see at least once in their life.
Will you argue that everyone should see Aladdin just to hear Robin Williams?
Robin Williams have more meaningful movies than Aladdin.
That's true.
Okay.
You got
Jumanji, you got
Depot Society,
the museum man. He played Roosevelt.
Museum.
Not at the
Night
museum.
at the Museum. Peter Pan.
Flubber. I always saw him as like the funny guy for kids. I wish he would have been in some serious. He has been in serious movies, but I wish he would have been in like, I don't know,
He was in one.
A24 or something.
No, A24 is gonna blow the whole first two acts and completely forget to write a third act.
That's crazy. That's on wax.
Am I wrong though?
No, you're not.
Robin Williams was like,
A generational talent too.
yeah.
I think this one's already pretty good. Inside Out, Soul, Wall-E, or Up.
Wally.
Up.
I think I would choose Wall-E.
I would choose Up.
I think Wall-E.
Wall-E is good, but emotionally and the sort of thematic story, I would go with Up. Up is one of those movies you have to see.
The same thing could say about Wally. The comeback of humanity.
But Up is about living the dreams you failed to do when you were younger.
Oh, it's about the days of the old guy. that the kid is the angel that's supposed to take him to the afterlife.
It's about recaptured youth, making up for time you never actually got to make.
Did you
when were
watch
little.
Up?
Yes, I did.
Did you watch Wally?
Yes, I did.
You need to watch Wally again. Wally is the comeback of the human race of the centuries of sitting on a spaceship and seeing like a little plant and like the comeback that they will have to endure to come back to the planet.
Toy Story 1, Toy Story 2, Toy Story 3, Toy Story 4.
Toy Story 1. Toy Story 1.
Everyone,
Toy Story
Yeah.
1.
This is one movie that you have to erase from animation history. Shrek, How to Train Your Dragon, The Iron Giant, Kung Fu Panda. Have you seen The Iron Giant? I haven't seen it.
You haven't?
it had to be between the dragon and Kung Fu Panda.
You're putting me in a very difficult position, bro.
I'm gonna make it a little more difficult. You guys have to agree on one.
A unanimous
A
decision?
unanimous decision here.
Goddamn.
Kung Fu Panda. Enough said. Kung Fu Panda.
Kung Fu Panda.
The only thing Kung Fu Panda was good was because of, what's his name? Jack Black.
Jackie Chan was in the movie. He was in
Monkey.
like the first one.
Billy Monkey.
Angelina Jolie was in it, I believe. Lucy Liu, she was
Snake.
the snake.
Seth Rogen was the Mantis.
What's the third?
He made all those like movies, The Interview, Superbad, This Is the
He
End.
voiced Alan the Alien in Invisible.
Iron Giant is one of the best animated movies ever.
It is an amazing movie, but we cannot deny it failed in the box office.
Because the box office doesn't know what the good movies. And Shrek, come on.
Trek basically put DreamWorks on the map. And if Iron Giant wasn't there, Brad Bird wouldn't direct Incredibles.
Oh, I never knew that.
Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. He also made Ratatouille.
He made Ratatouille?
Yeah.
What's Ratatouille? The one with the rat that can go? You know how many hairs?
Yes. To be honest, the villain, he was right the entire time. That's a
The
whole...
villain. The head chef was just trying to see the value of
He was a little toxic. You can't blame him for wanting a clean kitchen.
And also, this is like a 5-star restaurant.
Did they shut it down at the end?
No. They created a whole new sort of level for the rats to make their own little mini restaurant that's over.
What kind of message are we sending? Between from when that movie released, there's definitely one kid at least that made friends with a rat in their kitchen. Started feeding it 100%. Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, One Piece, or Bleach.
Naruto.
Dragon Ball Z.
Why is Dragon Ball Z?
Dragon Ball Z is a worldwide phenomenon.
Just Naruto.
Even if you don't know anime, you know Dragon Ball Z.
DBZ's like way bigger.
Like Dragon Ball Z is what Mickey is to cartoons.
Yes.
To anime.
What Superman is to comic books.
In terms of worldwide recognition.
The Ninja Turtles.
Oh, a callback.
So in one episode, you said you would rather not read the comics because you didn't know they existed. In the other episode, you want to acknowledge that they exist and say they're bigger.
I never said that they didn't exist. I said that I would rather read a comic book about the turtles than manga. But I will say that I think in comic books the turtles are bigger than Superman.
No way you can say that. They're big. They're not bigger than Superman.
They are bigger than Superman.
No.
No, I think Batman is bigger than Superman.
I can understand that. But TMNT, you're being disrespectful.
No, I'm not.
You are being
Well,
disrespectful.
TMNT is bigger than.
Spider-Man has been everywhere.
TMNT was in Power Rangers.
I think that's disrespectful to say. You need to take that back.
No. How many TV shows, how many movies had Batman has?
Dozens.
How many TV shows does Batman have?
We're talking about
Dozens.
Yeah, Superman have.
Dozens.
You got the Superman animated series. You got Superman the animated series from the 90s. You got the Adventures of Superman. You got
That's from what year?
I believe the 2020s. I believe numerous live action Superman shows. You got Smallville. You got Superman and Lois. You got Lois and Clark.
Lois and who?
Lois and Clark.
You got the trilogy of the TMNT. You got in like the early 2000s, you had a live action TV series. plus all the animated series until today.
Superman had 4 movies in the 80s, and he got an animated series in the 90s, and he was a lead character in the Justice League cartoon in the 2000s. He also got another live-action movie in 2005 with Brandon Routh.
Yeah, they need to recast him every other weekend. They don't know what to do with Superman or DC for that matter.
But what are you like arguing? Like Impact, TMNT?
Yes.
I don't think you're being for real. It's a league difference. They're in 2 different leagues. TMNT is here, Superman is here. You talk different when you talk to Superman.
You will say the same thing about He-Man.
Like she was inspired by Superman. So Superman has a bigger
The Hellcats.
Hellcats.
The thing is, everybody wants to copy Superman, but nobody can copy the Turtles.
I mean, they tried. We got Battletoads, the Sharks.
But they still make TMNT.
I'm not saying TMNT isn't big. I'm just saying it's not as big as Superman. If this argument was about Spider-Man or Batman, I'd be a little less harsh, but the Turtles? That's the hill you're gonna die on?
Yes.
Objectively, if you remove yourself from the situation and you look at both, there's no way you're seeing them at the same level.
Superman, there is nothing special about Superman.
I'm not saying there is or isn't. I'm just saying he's a bigger IP. He's been around longer.
Batman has a bigger impact than Superman.
I can understand that argument. Would you say TMNT is bigger than Batman?
Batman is Batman. You cannot compare Batman to anybody.
You can compare him to Superman.
Yeah, but they
now.
need to reboot Superman every other day.
They need to reboot.
In one generation, how many times do they have rebooted Superman? The
Rebooting.
Turtles have like different generations, right? But in the same generation, they have rebooted Superman like 3 or 4 times.
That is a very DC kind of thing. Everybody gets rebooted in DC.
So this is for that. Everybody's crap.
I wouldn't say crap, but they do get rebooted a lot. Okay, which one has more impact? Since we're still on this. Superman, Mickey Mouse, Spider-Man, James Bond.
Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse.
Worldwide, I mean,
Mickey Mouse has been around since the 20s.
Mickey Mouse is known worldwide.
There's parks everywhere.
You've seen the 3 circles.
Mickey Mouse is just probably bigger than everybody.
Mickey Mouse or Bugs Bunny.
Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse or Tom and Jerry.
Mickey Mouse.
Darth Vader. Mickey Mouse or Sub-Zero. Who's the most important character in Mortal Kombat?
Most important character, Scorpion. He's essentially the symbol.
What about Sub-Zero?
Sub-Zero's important, but not as... I mean, you don't see him in the...
Who made the radio?
Probably Sub-Zero with the spine thing. I think he's more impactful to the genre.
Sub-Zero and Scorpion are 2 of the few that have been on every
They've definitely been in every game.
game.
I don't think you've ever seen a game without Sub-Zero or Scorpion.
Even in MK versus DC, both of them were in the game. Because in Dead Alliance, and I think that they made it without Luke Cage. I think they made Cage, they were trying to build up Cage as their new main guy. What about rating?
When you think of Mortal Kombat, you don't think of rating. Think of either Sub-Zero or Scorpion.
Well, he's not in this game, but what about Reptile?
Reptile's up there. I don't think I'm putting anybody over Scorpion.
Scorpion? Not even Luke Cage?
Luke Cage's a good one.
I wouldn't put Luke Cage because they tried to replace Luke Cage in Dead Alliance. They brought him as like a zombie. Then, they kept Luke Cage as their champion. What about Johnny Cage?
Nah. Because, I mean, if that's the case, then you're going to say Sonya Blade next.
Yeah.
We're just going to go down the ladder.
What about Jax?
Jax is very recognizable.
Baraka?
They're all recognizable, but
Sub-Zero
Scorpion or...
and Scorpion are like probably the 2 main ones. Shao Kahn.
I would argue the most recognizable villain in Mortal Kombat is Shang Tsung.
What about Punch? What about main boss? Like the last boss in the tower? And the big boss, like the last one, and you have to beat in the tower?
Yeah, Shao Kahn. Maybe that other guy, Blaze? Blaze is like from one game. He was in Deadly Alliance and in Armageddon.
What about Goro?
Goro's a good one. I think Goro's more recognizable than... Yeah. Video game villains. Bowser, Ganondorf. Sephiroth, Joker.
Bowser's saying Bowser is what the quintessential video game villain per se.
I wouldn't think the Joker and like a bad guy like.
You have to play those games then. We have them.
If I were to think about the Joker, the first thing that come out to my mind are either the cartoons or maybe a movie. Now you wouldn't associate Batman with video games. Bowser, if you say Bowser, you need to say Super Mario. What video game is bigger than Super Mario?
Yeah.
Pac-Man.
Seriously,
Pac-Man is bigger than Mario.
what's the main bigger than Pac-Man?
The ghosts.
That goes bigger than boss. No, but I mean, if you would like to see like a video game villain like Bowser, maybe Ganondorf.
Between Bowser and Ganondorf, who has the better boss fight? You don't play a lot of Legend of Zelda. Or Mario.
I would say Bowser.
I would say Ganon.
was like-
I think Ganon has more...
Versatile boss fights too.
I say Bowser because that's the main, the one I know the most.
Super Mario Bros. Tetris. Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time. Minecraft.
I haven't played Minecraft.
That's kind of crazy. Because everybody has played Minecraft.
I haven't played Minecraft.
Tetris. If Tetris is the most sold game ever.
I would say maybe Mario.
I would say Minecraft. Minecraft is the biggest game.
Yeah, who plays Tetris?
I'm sure there's a community out there.
Bigger than Mario?
I'm not sure.
Or bigger than Minecraft? Or bigger than Link? Or what game do you see? Tetris game or Super Mario game? Or
Mario.
Minecraft?
I'm talking about one. Super Mario Bros. 1. Same way I'm talking about Tetris. I'm not talking about Tetris Unlocked 99 or whatever. I'm talking about the one that came out that everybody played. I don't know. Minecraft.
Yeah, but what do you think Minecraft besides building?
That's what everybody says the first time they touch Minecraft, and then they spend 10 years later still in the game. Minecraft is the highest selling game.
It was a side game when it came out.
No, to this day. There's nothing surpassing it. Maybe GTA 6, if it ever comes out.
They say 2026.
I don't know. I think Ocarina of Time.
GTA 5, Dark Souls, The Last of Us, Fortnite.
I would say GTA 5 because I have more exposure to GTA 5 than the other ones.
Sure.
I say Dark Souls because Dark Souls itself created a whole new sort of genre in gaming. A Souls-like genre.
I would say Fortnite. We all lived through it where it's like, I remember I had a PS4, someone else had an Xbox, we couldn't play, but when Fortnite came out, everybody could play with each other.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that if you have a PlayStation, you have the other one have an Xbox. I will have like Fortnite or let's say Mortal Kombat. We're gonna play online with each other. And I think Fortnite was the one that could make you like the crossover.
I mean, if Fortnite doesn't come out and do that,
That would
do we ever get here?
I'm sticking with Dark Souls.
Which one had a better impact? Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, or Tekken, or Soul Calibur?
I would say Street Fighter. Personally, I feel like Street Fighter, more people play Street Fighter.
I would say Mortal Kombat might be bigger.
But I feel like Street Fighter is like, I feel like it's played way more. I don't know why.
With games like Soul Calibur. Right now, Bandai Namco is just dropping Soul Calibur. Their main fighting game, Tekken, is doing more numbers than Soul Calibur. So now Bandai Namco is using Tekken as their flagship fighting game.
Street Fighter 4, Super Street Fighter 4,
That's what they do.
Ultimate Street
They do
Fighter
that, where it's like
4. Just like
every couple of every year and a half, they'll release like a new edition for something.
on the same.
But it's like when the new game comes out, they'll 100% sink their teeth into that new game. Because a lot of people in that community go online. They grind for hours. So, I don't know. It's a toss-up. Alrighty, the final one. These are called the genre starters, the tech revolutionaries. Number 1, Doom, Pokemon Red and Blue, World of Warcraft, Metal Gear Solid.
They will say Doom. But I think
Over Pokemon?
Doom.
you like a lot of
Doom.
That's a community that's still going on today. I have trouble believing that like
Doom.
someone that's
Doom.
younger is playing World of Warcraft. And the thing is, you have to pay for a membership. So what's the answer? Doom?
Doom.
Which was like the first person shooter game?
Doom.
What is the first FPS?
Doom.